did you see who made the WNBA final all about herself?
Uh-oh. No, I didn't.
Angel Reese showed up wearing a double Minnesota Lynx Liberty jersey. She's posing with people after the game.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were, and then she said, I don't know. She said, I wanted to help attendance. I know how I elevate the league.
An Angel. Reese has once again found herself in the spotlight, but not for anything she's done on the court. Her latest appearance in New York grabbed more headlines for her outfit choices and the unmistakable all about me energy she brought to the event. These days, it seems Reese's true talent might be finding the nearest camera and making herself the center of attention. Barstool Sports CEO Dave Portnoy didn't hold back, calling her behavior classless and criticizing her for bringing the wrong kind of attention to the WNBA. Reese often talks about promoting the league, but with every appearance, it feels less about the game and more about her.
The reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize.
When you compare Angel Reese to someone like Caitlin Clark, the difference couldn't be more obvious. While Clark is focused on grinding, honing her skills, and giving back to her community, Reese seems more concerned with staying in the spotlight. It's no wonder Dave Portnoy and countless fans are growing tired of Reese's constant antics. Before we dive deeper into why the backlash is building, make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay locked in. Ready? Let's get into.
Look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas.
Lately, Angel Reese has been making the rounds across media platforms and high-profile events, claiming her mission is to bring more attention to women's basketball. Yet strangely, each appearance seems to revolve more around promoting herself than the sport she says she's championing. Whether it's a podcast interview, a magazine spread, a red carpet event, or a courtside cameo, Reese's message rarely strays far from her own personal brand. While self-promotion isn't new in sports, fans are starting to notice that her constant focus on herself may actually be overshadowing her supposed goal of uplifting the WNBA. Some even speculate that this might be a calculated strategy to keep herself in the headlines, especially considering her recent performances on the court haven't exactly been making waves for the right reasons. In sharp contrast, players like Caitlin Clark continue to let their game do the talking, earning respect without the need for constant spotlight chasing. The irony is hard to miss. In trying so hard to stay in the limelight, Reese might actually be pulling attention away from the real stars and storylines that could help the WNBA grow. For someone who claims to want more eyes on women's basketball, her moves often feel more like solo showcases than true team efforts.
Imagine if your first-round draft pick had the season she had, the controversy she had, got injured in a questionable injury, asked out, and then started a podcast gossiping about everything in the league as a rookie. Please.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Caitlin's head down, just
ready to
go.
Yeah.
You don't hear a peep from her. She cares about you got me wound up.
Or so, why is Angel Reese so focused on herself? It could be a simple need for attention, or perhaps a calculated move to stay relevant. But if her true goal is to promote women's basketball, then why do most of her public appearances feel more like personal showcases than genuine efforts to highlight the sport? Fans and commentators are starting to take notice, raising concerns that her media strategy might be doing more harm than good for the league. In a sport built on teamwork and collaboration, Reese's self-centered approach could be off-putting for fans who crave substance over spectacle. Her message often seems less about unity and more about personal fame, a dangerous path to walk when trying to elevate an entire league.
You're in the league and you're wearing two other teams. Aren't you supposed to be mad you're not in the final? It's supposed to drive you nuts.
Angel Reese's appearance at the WNBA Finals in New York certainly turned heads, but not all. The attention was positive. Sporting a bold, attention-grabbing outfit, Reese seemed more focused on being seen than blending into the event. While that might work in entertainment circles, her choice of attire and attitude didn't exactly sit well with WNBA fans or critics. For someone who claims to be promoting the league, her focus on the spotlight rather than the event only fueled the ongoing criticism. This display only added more fuel to the fire of the growing conversation about Reese's apparent preference for attention over genuine support for women's basketball. But what really raised eyebrows was Reese's decision to hang out with former coach Teresa Weatherspoon who was recently fired amid controversies surrounding player favoritism and questionable coaching decisions. Weatherspoon's downfall, tied to accusations of prioritizing personal player interests over team success, created a storm within the league. Fans saw Reese's association with Weatherspoon as an endorsement of that controversial approach, especially considering Reese's own reputation, which has faced similar criticisms about focusing on personal stats rather than team play. Whether intentional or not, the timing and optics of Reese's connection to Weatherspoon at such a major event seemed tone-deaf, especially given the ongoing dialogue around professionalism and team-first mentality in the WNBA.
What?
You walk in the city?
What?
This your city.
Talk to me.
Talk to me.
Critics, especially figures like Dave Portnoy, were quick to react to Reese's appearance at the finals. Portnoy, who's never been shy about calling out what he deems classless behavior, wasted no time pointing out how the event felt more like Reese's personal fashion show than a genuine show of support for the league. For Reese, it seems every public appearance is yet another chance to promote herself. Portnoy's scathing commentary underscores the growing public sentiment that Reese's priorities are once again centered around her own image, rather than the well-being of the league. If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We appreciate you taking the time to watch. Now let's get back to the action.
According to league sources, Weatherspoon had lost the locker room because of a culture that catered to the needs of a few players. Dear Lord.
And Dave Portnoy's critiques of Angel Reese's latest public appearance at the WNBA Finals are consistent with his ongoing commentary. His disapproval stems from what he perceives as Reese's continued lack of professionalism. During this event, Portnoy doubled down, pointing out how Reese's choice of clothing and overall attitude signaled to him a lack of respect for the sport. To Portnoy, Reese's appearance wasn't about supporting the WNBA, it was about making herself the center of attention. This isn't the first time Portnoy has openly criticized Reese's behavior. He's previously called out her self-centered style, highlighting how she uses every opportunity, including social media, to draw attention to herself. In a culture where athletes are becoming more vocal about their personal brands, Portnoy has taken a firm stance, especially when it comes to players he feels are overshadowing team success. To him, Reese's behavior seems to be the antithesis of what basketball players, particularly in the WNBA, should represent.
100th straight loss. She put up, I think, 19 rebounds, 17 points. Forget that Camila Cardoso, the other rookie on that team, had a better stat line, scored more points, shot 60%, and Angel shot 30%, which is like good for her. Forget that. Angel Reese, generational rebounder, possibly. Very good rebounder. Motor. Can't shoot a lick. One of the worst shooters in the league. Like 30% from a foot out. It's disgusting. Doesn't pass, doesn't do anything. One step. She's a great rebounder. Doesn't make her team better.
Moreover, Portnoy has suggested that Reese's public behavior might be perceived differently if she were an NBA player. He argues that her self-promotion wouldn't be tolerated in men's professional leagues, where respect for teammates and coaches is more strictly enforced. Portnoy's stance is clear. Reese's antics are damaging her image and alienating a fan base that values players who prioritize the game. This ongoing tension between Portnoy and Reese sheds light on a broader cultural conversation about how athletes handle fame. While Portnoy acknowledges the increased media attention Reese brings to women's sports, he insists she is prioritizing her own brand over making meaningful contributions to the WNBA. As long as Reese remains in the spotlight, Portnoy seems ready to critique what he sees as her self-serving approach. Adding fuel to the fire, Portnoy has also drawn direct comparisons between Reese and Caitlin Clark. In Portnoy's eyes, while Clark channels her energy into elevating her game and lifting her team, Reese seizes every opportunity to grab the spotlight. For fans who value humility and focus in sports, this difference is hard to ignore.